Welcome to Stitch Therapy, the Halloween episode.
Well, hello. For those of you who have just discovered me, my name is Campbell, and this is Stitch Therapy. Welcome. Hi, guys. Whoop, here's Taki. Taki wants you to know that I'm not really that insane all the time. I just really love Halloween. The house that I showed you in the intro was one that was the best in Waynesboro, Virginia. It was amazing. I saw them setting up and painting the front of their house. They literally paint the front of their house with blood dripping off the, you know, the shingles and stuff and all of the stuff that you saw. They start this about October 1st, maybe in the end of September. And they got it set up by like October 2nd. And it was so fantastic. And every time I drove by, I thought, oh, I really want to film that for them. So I did. I just thought it would be fun. Happy Halloween, everybody. This is the Halloween episode, and it has been a while. It's been a quick minute since you saw me last. I hope everybody got their Stitchy Fun in the mail. I know Sarah did, and if you didn't, please let me know. I didn't do any insurance on any of the packages. I also forgot to say, but I think you guys already know that you're supposed to be 18 or older. I didn't do that disclaimer. Oops, I'm a bad floss tuber. Bad floss tuber. Okay. Thrift shop finds. Sarah, look what I found. So stinking cute. I'm in love with elephants. It's a milk jug. Brr. Brr. Yes, it is. Wonderful, wonderful. I have some other thrift shop finds too. I'm gonna go get them and I will do more. One moment, please. Gravestone Designs, a pictorial presentation of the often forgotten folk art in early graveyards of New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Maryland, and in Virginia. Eerie and intriguing. Oh, this is so fun. So there are all kinds of, this guy took rubbings of gravestones throughout the states, Maryland, Pennsylvania, and Virginia. How cool. Some of these could make really cool cross-stitch samplers. How fun is that? And then there are all these little motifs throughout this book. Let me find another one. There's a skull in here that's really fun. I love that. And then this one's creepy too. Oh, this is good. Here lies. Here lies. Yes. So if you have a graveyard near you, maybe for Halloween you could go take some tracing paper or just even regular white paper, no lines on it. Just go get some white printer paper. And then take a crayon or a piece of chalk or something, dark colored, and then just go over to the graveyard and see what motifs you like and just rub them and take them home and see if you can stitch them. That would be a fun Halloween stitch. Hi, I'm back with a little friend. I found this dude at a thrift shop, not this past October, but you know, a few Octobers ago, and he's been in my kitchen. He watches me do the dishes every day. He keeps all of the evil suds away. Yes, keeps all the dirty dishes away. He's my little gargoyle dude. He's got a little spine thing down the spine. I just love him, and I wanted to share him with you because it is the Halloween episode, so there you go. I have one other thrift shop thing that's not really about Halloween, but it was really fun. So I am from Arlington, Virginia, and my sister currently still lives in Arlington, Virginia. And I am not kidding you, I found a carrier bag. Can you see that? Stay Arlington, National Historic Local Flavor. Look at that. There's the Washington. There's DC over there, and that's Crystal City in Arlington. The other side of the bag has the Air Force monument. And whatever, I guess that's the Pentagon in the background. My sister lives in this neighborhood. I'm not kidding. This is crazy. My sister lives in that neighborhood down there. This was 50 cents. This was 50 cents, this bag. Oh, and on the side is the Iwo Jima Memorial. That's on the side of the bag. And the other side of the bag is, again, the Air Force Memorial, which is really cool. If you're ever in DC for the 4th of July, if you go and sit on that hill, instead of going down to the downtown mall, go sit on that hill opposite the Pentagon, underneath the Air Force monument, those three things, spikies. That's a really great place to see the fireworks. Okay, so I've done Halloween and 4th of July. Okay, ideas. Okay, well, there you go. Okay, I was editing this. I had done a lot of work on showing fully finished objects, and I was editing and I deleted 10 minutes worth of my Flosstube. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to just talk right now, and as you're hearing my voice, you are seeing my fully finished objects. The partridge in a pear tree, the baby bumblebee in a frame, and I did lacing on the back of the autism puzzle piece, and then put that on a corkboard with the sticky spray, and that's hanging up in my office. Okay, back to the regular scheduled Flosstube of 4 hours ago. Okay, I have also made a start on a new piece. I'm pretty monogamous. I kind of, even when I was working on this new piece, I felt like I was cheating on Eden. I felt like I was, oh no, I should be working on Eden. And then I also spent a lot of time bobbinating for the last couple of weeks. And I will talk about that in a minute. But right now, I think I'm going to put those videos together of the fully finished section, just so you can see what I was doing. And then I will be right back with some whips and some other fun stuff, hopefully. All right, I hope you've got a good cup of tea and some stitching going. So here we go. Hey, okay, so I am the first time ever using this stuff. This spray, quick grip spray adhesive. And I'm not great at fully finishing things. I usually just stick things in a frame and call it done, but I'm going to try what I've seen other floss tubers do, which is like to make a nice little pretty wall mount or maybe some ruching on the side. I don't know. No, I'm not going to promise that. So anyway, so here's the adventure for today. And okay, here we go. Let's try. Shh! Time for the spray sticky. Not perfectly even, but oh man. All right, well, okay, we'll do the next things next. So here's what we have so far. And I did the hot glue on the back. And so right now I'm putting a ribbon around the outside of it. Let's see if I can, oh, that's better. So I'm putting a ribbon around the outside. I'm gonna hot glue it to the edge. And I've just pinned it into the board, into the like little thin cork board for me to glue it, just so it has an edge. So that's where we are so far. Okay, there it is. Yes, so that was my finishes. And I'll show you a little bit about where I am with some of my whips, as Julie says, from, I can't do it, it'll hurt my throat, from Running with Stitches. If you guys haven't checked those ladies out, please check them out. They're very fun. Jane and Julie, I just adore watching them, and I always have a cup of hot coffee and stitch myself away with them. They do lots of good banter and stitchy chat. And they also have really interesting stuff around Hardanger and, you know, the finishes that they do. Oh, God. Julie and Jane's finishes are just amazing. I mean, they really are. They do a lot of finishes. And I also wanted to show you this mug. I'm all over the place today. Just consider me a little ADHD today. But I do have another diagnosis. I don't have ADHD, but I do have a serious diagnosis I want to share with you today. I have OCD. I do. Obsessive cross-stitch disorder. Yes. Self-diagnosed, of course, but, you know, I think any other legitimate licensed therapist in the stitching community, or any of you, would definitely agree with me that that's my issue. Which is why I have to do Flosstube with you. I'm gonna have some coffee. I love coffee. It's my favorite. Sip. I want to talk about my whips. This whip, you know, that I started, and I wanted to let you know I've made a tiny bit of progress on this one. This is what I'm going to call my Enneagram 4. I'm still looking for a quote to go on it, but I have done a little bit. Not very impressive, but there it is. Yeah, so I started from the middle. I do like the colors on these. This one has really like light purpley colors. There's that one. I also wanted to show you my October calendar, because you guys, I've gotten some comments about when I showed my stitching calendar, and people liked the cat on the Ingrid Bergman head and stuff. So this is my This is my latest one. So October 1, atta girl. I gave myself an atta girl sticker because I finished page 19 on October 1st. Or 31st of last month, or whatever it was. Yeah, on the 1st of October, I finished page 19 of Eden. So I gave myself an atta girl. And then I started page 20. But I had a bunch of days of bobbinating. Look at that. Lots of days of bobbinating. And of course, I just love my dogs. I love pitties. I love rescue dogs. So that's a picture from the rescue ASPCA Rescue magazine. And then another rescue cat. And then Halloween. And of course, we have to have the Serenity Prayer in there every time. Gotta have the Serenity Prayer. That's my October progress so far, is I had 5 days of bobbinating. On the 8th, I started a new page for Eden. And I also started the next day this new whip with the, what I'm calling Enneagram 4, which is called the Individual. But anyway, and then I think I did pretty much 100 stitches on Eden, the 10th, the 11th, the 12th, the 13th. And then I kitted up Sugar Skull Cat and bobbinated on the 14th. And I wanted to show you my progress on Sugar Skull Cat. Here is, for those of you who don't know what this pattern is, I showed it last time. Right? Love, love, love this pattern. Really cool. Now this pattern is being done on an orange, like a coffee dye cream. It looks like an even weave or an Ada. I can't remember what it says on here. It doesn't matter because it doesn't matter because I'm doing it on different fabric. Okay, so the fabric I'm using is this. I have no idea what it is, but I did bring out my I got my ruler thing, my fabric ruler square that you can get off of any, like 1-2-3 Stitch or any fabric shop, and you just lay it on here and then you count how many stitches per inch or how many squares per inch. And this is a 22 fabric. It's a 22 count fabric, and of course it's not even, right? I think it was like a swatch, and it was a long swatch piece. And so I decided I would do this on here, this weird random piece that I found at a thrift shop for 50 cents. This is my progress. So I love these colors, and I think it looks really cool on the blue. Here's my problem. I'm not sure I like stitching on linen. Or at least not this linen. I think this is like an upholstery linen or a curtain linen. I think it's like samples for somebody's curtain fabric. It was already, it's got serging on the side. You know what I mean? And it had a triangle piece of cardboard in the back of it that said sample fabric, whatever. And I didn't save it. I just cut it off. But I put it on the loom and I got it all started up. And it's really, I am used to stitching fast, right? I'm used to like 4,000 stitches in 2 weeks, I'm used to like cranking them out, like doing a page of Eden, bang, bang, bang in 2 weeks, in like 14 days. So working on linen and working like, okay, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, and then you have to be careful with making your threads lay flat so that it doesn't bunch up and look funny, and you have to work on your tension differently. And I really admire all you guys out there that do linen and are just in love with linen. I'm not sure I am. I'm going to continue. I'm going to continue with Sugar Skull Cat because, let me show you these colors. Oh, peeps, the colors are so beautiful. Look at that. They're just beautiful colors. And I'm so in love with them. I'm also going to do a different back stitch once it's finished, if I finish it. If I don't, like, just, you know, retire it early and start it again on an Aida, on a 22 or a 20 count Aida, which I might. I don't know. I think it would look really good on like a blue 20 count Aida or 25 count Aida. It would look really good on that, and I would stitch it really quickly. But anyway, I think I'm going to do a silky black for the back stitch all the way around it, instead of, because it calls for a white back stitch around the ears and every place that's white. I think I'm going to go ahead and do black. So I've bobbinated some black stitchy silk. Okay, so those are 2 whips. Let me show you what's going on with Eden. Okay, so as I'm talking, I'm showing you where the progress was with Eden. That was the end of page 19, and this is where I am on page 20. So I'm all in here. So this is a shell. This is like part of the shell that's under her arm in the picture. And I will post a picture of the full Eden for those of you, while I'm talking, who don't know what I'm doing or have just discovered my Flosstube. Welcome to the craziness that is stitch therapy for me. So for those of you who have seen the earlier ones, you've seen my bobbinating shelves. I can turn them around here and give you a little. That's my bobbinating shelves, right? I hope that didn't make you sick. And I have been doing lots and lots of bobbinating. I cleaned out one of the black bins with all the floss, and my goal is to get, well, my goal first of all is not to buy any more floss, because I'm DMC addicted. So my goal is not to buy any more of that, and also to bobbinate what I have. So I have done about probably 300 bobbins in the last 10 days, or those 10 days that I showed you on the calendar, like 5 or 6 or 7. 6 days of bobbinating, plus starting 2 new whips, which I just showed you. So it was about 400 bobbins that I bobbinated. And for me, that's meditative. I know there's a lot of people probably cringing out there right now. Ugh, just use floss drops. Why? You know, well, for me, cross stitch is not about, it's about self-soothing. Do you really care about my bobbinating? No, but I will show you the bag that's left, because I've gone from 2 huge bags to 1 huge bag. So I will show you the bag of floss that's left. And if this causes you great anxiety, please do not look. I know. There you go. And for those of you who wonder, does she do that on plastic? I know people have their favorite bobbins, those of us who bobbinate. I like to do paper. I like to do cardboard. So I recently bought from Amazon lots and lots of paper bobbins. Yep. So when I am not showing up on Flosstube, guess what I'm doing? Because it is Flosstube, right? Okay. What else have I got? Here's something I also wanted to talk to you about. Oh my stars. I'm in love with these guys. I am in love with these. I'm going to try and show you what they're like, because they're not your normal needles. I, of course, love to stitch with 28 count. So, this is what they look like. Here they are. All right. If you can see, they have, oh, come on. These are incredible needles. They have a black coating on the bottom, and they have a white coating on the top. I got them from Starlight Stitchery. They are $3 and something a piece, the little packs. So they're not as cheap as some of the other regular metal ones, but they're amazing. Okay, I wanted to tell you about my local cross-stitch shop, and it is called Cross Stitch Station in Waynesboro, Virginia. And I'm going to show you the business card, and I'm going to show you a pattern that I bought there, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about the shop as I show you some pictures. Okay, here we go. Okay, so Cross Stitch Station, this is her needle minder. It's a little cute little needle minder here. Is in Waynesboro, Virginia, and she does take online orders. The owner's name is Terry Thompson. I'm going to post her business card here, and as I'm talking, I will show you some photos of some of the stitchy goodness that was in the shop. Apparently, there are other floss tubers in the Shenandoah Valley. Hello, out there, Shenandoah Valley cross stitchers, please get in touch with me. My email is at the end of this video. I mean, like, subscribe, ring the bell. I will totally ring the bell on your Flosstube. I would love to know who you are, where you live, what you're doing. Apparently other floss tubers have come into Terry's shop at Cross Stitch Station here in Waynesboro and like done videos and stuff and all of this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know any other floss tubers in Waynesboro. Please, somebody call me. Or in Charlottesville. Maybe you're in Charlottesville. That's only 20 minutes away from my house. I would love to get together and have a stitchy time with people in the area. So if you would like to start a stitchy group, like a monthly stitchy group in the Shenandoah Valley, we could call ourselves the Shenandoah Valley Virginia Stitchers, or just the, I don't know, the Valley Stitchers. Dude, we could be the Valley Stitchers. Whoa. No, I'm just kidding. That probably dates me. I'm old. But Terry did a great job. She does a beautiful job with her shop, but she did a great job on a pattern that I really loved. But she did a conversion of this chart. Heaven and Nature Sings. Oh, I love this. I really love this pattern a lot. I cannot wait to dive in. Now, she, of course, did it on linen. I will have to find some nicer linen or some thicker linen, or something that's nicer than what I'm working on with the crazy skull cap, sugar cat. But she did a whole conversion of the flosses. And then, as I was checking out, she wrote them down for me. Dude, I love having a local cross-stitch shop, and I know not everybody has them. I know. I'm sorry for those of you who have to drive a long time to go to a cross-stitch shop, or, you know, you have to make a special trip, or you have to get it over the internet. I'm sorry. Like Megan in Norway. You don't know Megan. She is Stitching Moon. Oh, she's probably having her baby right now. If you don't know Megan from Stitching Moon, please go to her website. I'm going to try and put links to all these people down below. But check out Megan, and then just go see her video and just drop her a like in the description, just say, you know, congratulations on your new baby. Because she's been working on baby blankets and all things babies, and she already has a little girl, but they're having another little boy, I think, and it's just lovely. I feel like I know her. Plus, the first boyfriend, first serious love of my life in high school was Norwegian. Björn Olaf Ravong. Still in love with him. Anyway, so that was just really fun to find an American living in Norway, in a beautiful part of Norway, where I get to actually see the country and see her beautiful whips and stitches and everything that she's working on. And she's just a lovely soul. She's a beautiful human being. Please, please go give Megan some love at Stitching Moon. Another shout out is Lindsay, the Cheshire Stitcher. Please go give her some love. Just really fun to see her stitches. And Lizzie Fisher, this is Mrs. Stitcher Stitches. I don't know if you guys know that. I just recently came across Lizzie Fisher. She is a hoot and very, very fun. Shout outs. I'm going to leave you with a little bit of coping skills. My coping skills tips for how to get through winter. Okay. As I said in the beginning, I've had a hard time getting back doing Flosstube. The last couple of weeks have been difficult for me because I made the mistake of getting wrapped up in the news. Yes, the international news, the news in America, the craziness that is the human race. You know, I work as a therapist. I work 4 10-hour days. I have on average 10 clients a day. And I get to work a half an hour early, and I usually leave a half an hour late. And by the time I get to work, it's dark. And when I come home, it's dark. So all of these things, these environmental factors for me, right? There's the weather. It's getting colder. It's getting darker. And then I come home and I turn on to see what's happening in the news. And I don't need to tell you, it's depressing. And the reason that I feel more stressful for most of us is because we've got the internet, which is wonderful. We get Flosstube, we get to talk to each other. How wonderful that I get to sit here and hang with you. However, the downside of that, the end also of that, right? The yin to the yang of that, if you will, is that it's wonderful to be able to get to know you through Flosstube. It's wonderful to be able to talk to you like this intimately and from my heart and show you my stitchy love and my thrift shop finds and all kinds of fun things. And also, we get news instantly. And we are barraged with human beings being ugly to each other. And I say this almost every time we talk. But here's my tip. Turn off the news. Just turn it off. The way they are selling catastrophe to the world and to us, just turn it off. Quite honestly, if you look at the news once a week like I do now, that I have reprogrammed myself just to look at it once a week, and I usually do it on a Friday night. There's nothing that the Google View overview of news won't give you that you don't need. Honestly, how much stuff do we really have any control over? Not much. It's kind of the serenity prayer, remember? Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. And that means a lot of grieving people right now, all over the world. And there have always been grieving people all over the world, but we just didn't know about it because we didn't have the internet beaming it into our consciousness every 5 seconds. We need to be careful. We need to be careful, my beautiful stitchy friends. We are fragile. The human brain was not developed for all of the images and the pain and the catastrophe and the bad news that comes at us every 5 minutes. Our poor little amygdalas in the back of our brains don't know what to do with any of this information. And we end up going, oh, that's awful. And then we burst into tears. At least I do. And then you burst into tears. Oh, Tinker. My dog was like, oh, Mommy, don't be upset. It's okay, baby. I'm just talking. It's fine. I'm okay. Babe, come here and say hi. Yes. My sweet little old lady. Here we go. You want to say hi? Yes. Yes, you do. This is Tinker. So I would say let's just turn off the TV and do more stitching. That's my prescription, right? And as far as the weekly grind, I am still living in the mantra in these dark months, the mantra of do the minimum and the rest gets done. I'm still living that way right now. I think I'm surprised at how much more I do get done when I just cut myself some slack and say, you know what? Atta girl. You're doing fine. Atta girl. So for all of you out there, you guys are doing fine. Atta girl, atta boy, way to go. One day at a time. One day at a time. One pattern at a time. One whip at a time. One bobbin at a time. And here's Taki. I think it's time for us to wrap up. My dogs are all coming to sit on my lap. Here we go. Here he is. Here's the Talkster. Hello, Talk. Hello. Okay. You guys, if you are a new subscriber, let me try that again. Oh! All right, we're going to finish the way we begin. On my lap here. And Miss Tink is coming over too. If you are a new subscriber or an old friend, thank you for spending some time with me. And leave me a comment. And if you want to be in touch with me, you can always email me. My email is at the end of the Flosstube. If you do enjoy hanging out with me, it would be lovely to have you as a regular subscriber. If you have not subscribed, please click the button and you will be able to see notifications when I next have a video up, which I don't know when that's going to be. I'm going to try for 2 weeks, probably after the first week of November, probably the second week of November. And in the meantime, if you're sad, if you're blue, just remember there are those of us who are stitching too, and we're out there stitching with you. Peace to you. Until next time. Bye.